Hello, hello, and welcome back. It is your favorite hypnotist, judge, mentalist. I am coming at you with another preview of some amazing entertainment at this year's Barcelona Fringe Festival. If you don't know, it is a big compiled group of, I think the number's up over 180 performances and workshops and otherwise between October 31st and November 9th in Barcelona, Spain. There's 12 or so venues, tons and tons of performers, tons and tons of performances. And we are here to bring you a little bit of insight and actually talk to the performers. That way, as you are making your decisions to get out and see some of this great entertainment, you know who you're going to see. Today, we are talking to a comedian, a stand-up, who I'm just going to read the show description for you right now. A sharp, soul-bearing comedy hour from Tevin Everett, former Navy intelligence specialist turned stand-up comic. If y'all weren't here, I'd be crying. Dives into grief, mental illness, and the military experience through the lens of someone who survived more than most and somehow made it funny. Talk about life giving you lemons and making lemonade. Tevin brings biting humor, emotional depth, and disarming vulnerability to the stage in this unforgettable solo performance. It's a laugh through the pain kind of show, poignant, raw, deeply human. I have seen a bit of his clips on Instagram, and we are going to talk to him. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you do too. Barcelona Fringe Fest is the place to be. Good afternoon, or for you, good evening, Tevin. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry, did the Wi-Fi go out? Are we still live?
We are. We're live.
Okay, cool. Good afternoon,
Welcome
How
to
are
the
you?
world of broadcasting around the world where nothing is perfect, but we do what we can to make it happen. So, how's it going?
It's good. Honestly, I think I got my times wrong. I thought I had another hour, so I was just running back to the house to get ready. But I'm ready. I'm ready to dive into this. I'm excited for Barcelona.
Perfect. Have you been before?
I have. I was just. It's so funny enough. I was gigging over there in May. Doing a bunch of shows and at the Comedy Clubhouse. Shout out to them; those guys are great over there. Have you been to the Comedy Clubhouse?
I have not yet. So this will
Oh,
be my first time there, and to any of these venues, my first time in Barcelona.
first time in Barcelona.
Super
Oh,
looking forward to it.
yeah, it's my favorite city on the planet. If it was a little bit easier to live there, I would. But it's a great city, man. It's a great beach town, great vibes. The comedy crowds are actually really decent. So it's a great city. I think you're going to enjoy yourself a lot.
Excellent. So you're originally from the States, yes?
I am originally from Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
I'm in Elkton, Maryland,
Oh, really?
right
Okay.
now as we speak. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a bit mad. Okay, so yeah, right up.
Woo! The world just got real small, huh?
It keeps happening to me. I met someone from Delaware yesterday at we went to watch the Eagles game at a pub in London. They were just from Delaware. I was like, that doesn't people won't leave Delaware, and also not this far. So it's always really fun.
Fantastic. So you're in London now. You've been all over the world, it sounds, doing stand up.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, I've been blessed, fortunate enough to pop all around Germany, London, Spain, obviously all the clubs in America between LA, New York, and Austin. So it's been a really good ride. It's been a really good ride. And now I've been able to massage this show and get it to where I think it's excellent. And now I'm excited to bring it to Barcelona. I've run it a few times in London, but it'll be my first time doing it in Barcelona.
So you were just there in May. So this is kind of a new show, new at least since the last time you've been in Spain.
Yep. So when I went to Spain, I was still working on this show, so I didn't do any jokes from this show. I did all other jokes and other sets. This hour is all. No one in Spain has heard it.
Fantastic. So, uh, and I understand, obviously, the world of social media, the world of self-promotion and everything like that. On your Instagram page, there's a lot of crowd work, which is the popular thing to be sharing out there right now. And it
Yeah.
also obviously makes sense, not only because it's what gets the views, but you're not burning any of your material. when you're putting crowd work out there. So it kind of serves two purposes at the same time. How much
Mhm.
of this show do you anticipate being the scripted jokes that you've worked and put together? And how much of it do you think people are going to see some of that crowd work leak in?
You know what? I think I would give it, depending on how much fun the crowd is up for having, I could start with just getting to know people for like a quick 10 minutes, but it's going to be at least, and if I do that, I'm going to go over a little bit, but it's going to be at least an hour of straight jokes. I've run this show, I've timed it, so it's a really tight hour. But I do know what the audience wants some of the times, and so I'm always obliged to give it to them because I do love that. But we'll see how they feel.
Excellent, excellent. I from what I have seen, what I have observed, what I've seen from other performers as when this opportunity presented itself to me, I dug in, not just to because it was only just recently that I got access to the lineup and who's going to be out there. And I believe for anybody who's interested, those tickets to any of these shows are now available. BarcelonaFringeFestival.com. Some of these venues are kind of small. The one you're in has how many? What's the capacity for your show?
I think I'm at the clubhouse. I want to say 50 or 60. It's not
Not a
huge. I guess.
ton.
Yeah, it's not. It's You got to get them early. You got to get
Yeah,
them and get
so
in early.
get there, BarcelonaFringeFestival.com to grab those tickets for sure before they're gone. Um, so tell me a little bit more about the background. How long have you been in stand up? And then I want to know what happened, everything that kind of led up to getting you where you are right now, because you've got a background that not everybody in comedy seems to have.
Yeah, no, man. I've been doing stand up full time, I'd say since December of 2023 is when I actually went full time, and that's been a lot of fun. And then I was in the States when I kicked it off. I was over in LA. And then we went on I was also a TV writer at the same time, and then we went on the writer's strike, and I ended up getting a job over here in London, and so I just popped over and started doing comedy in London. And I think the crowds just really responded to me a lot more in London, and also there's no guns here, so I was kind of just like, I think I'm gonna hang out. It just feels. I just want to see what's going on a little bit and then figure it out. And I think I'm blessed enough to talk about stuff that's funny on both sides of the pond, which I love. But I just prefer the safety of London as opposed to a lot of stuff going on back home right now with just certain areas and certain things. But yeah, no, I was
For sure.
yeah, and London has a what I will say about the London comedy circuit is it's really nice because they have these things called gong shows where it's an easier way to get noticed than getting noticed in like LA and or New York. You have to like wait for someone to notice you over there. Whereas far as here, if you win enough of them, then you start getting spots at those big clubs, and then it's like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty funny. At least for that, you still got to be funny and develop your material, but it was at least more of a streamlined path here. So yeah, I kind of just took the road less traveled, I feel like.
Weird. This might seem quasi political ish, but a country who does things based on merit and not who you know.
And
And
that is a weird thing for a country with a king.
yeah,
Like the country is built on nepotism, but yeah, no, they have some there's always a shot in. I said if your funny is undeniable, they'll find a way. You'll get in here.
gotta
Which
love it. Gotta love it. So so you've performed in a lot of different places, a lot of different countries, which means a lot of different audiences.
yeah.
What would you say? I mean, obviously we've talked about the guns, but the major difference is just in the audiences themselves between let's say the States and the UK and then any of that and Spain.
So I think with the UK and the States, I'll do that one first because that's the easiest. In the States, I think when people pay to see a show and they come out, they're already ready to laugh. You just have to fulfill your end of the bargain. But as long as you're quasi funny, like they're ready to go. And it's like, okay. And also for me specifically, I grew up there. So a lot of stuff I can talk about will relate directly to them. And so it's a little bit easier for me in the States. Where as far as London, they're like, even if they pay for a ticket, they're like, no, make me laugh. Like I'm not gonna give you the easy chuckle. There's some politeness in it, some British politeness, but most of them are like, no, you have to make me laugh. And they like smarter jokes, I think. Or just like make me laugh, but make me think, and then make me laugh, but make me think. For my for what I've noticed for me specifically, and then in Spain, which is so weird, when I was in Barcelona, I felt like I was back in the States where it was like, no, I paid to come laugh. So I just want to laugh. Like, tell the funny joke, tell the obvious joke. You don't have to be super smart. Just give me a joke. So I do like that. But there's a little bit of highbrowness to the comedy in London. But it's all super fun to figure out. And then over in Germany, it's just like really make me laugh. Like, I don't like laughing. So if you get a chuckle out of it, then like we're good to go. So Germany was definitely an interesting one. And weirdly enough, Belgium, I just don't think they laugh. I don't think that had anything to do with. I just think they don't like to laugh in Belgium. I think everything's too serious. It's like NATO.
We're just gonna hear this story, and it's gonna have some twists and turns that not every story has.
But it's so funny because after, everyone will come up to you and be like, "That was so funny. Like, that was amazing." And I was like, "Guys, I didn't feel it because you didn't give me anything to go off of."
That's got to be so tough because, when you're in that comedy setting, and same with my shows, like the energy of that crowd has this like circular feedback that helps to elevate every element stepping forward in the show. To not have that and then still get that response, like I've had the thing more often than I like to admit, where like I'm walking off of stage and I think, oh, that was a 7 out of 10, not my best work. And then I have people swarming me afterwards because I forget that nobody a lot of times has seen what I do. And it's always a 10 out of 10 or more to them. But to me, it's not. But then to just have Zippo, like, whoo.
Yeah, no, that was definitely an experience. And honestly, it definitely hardens you a little bit. It makes you, because every comic's got those jokes in the back of their mind. They're like, okay, well, if these don't work, these work anywhere, so it'll be fine. And then you do those and you don't get it again, and you're like, wait, no, I'm dying up here. But then you didn't come out and like you weren't dying at all. We just don't like to laugh. And I was like, that is such a weird way to receive comedy, but thank you for telling me.
We don't like to laugh, yet here we are paying money to go into a comedy club.
Okay. Yes, exactly. But it's Europe is a big, beautiful place, and there is a lot of very distinct differences to every single one of them. Just say you won't catch me in Belgium anytime soon again.
I mean, that's, trial by fire. You really want to harden that 60 minutes. Take it there.
Yeah, absolutely. But it will feel like a TED talk.
There are some performers that I know. The one is a magician who's gotten into doing a lot more crowd work, but she early on, like I watched lectures of her. And a lot of people, myself included, like video everything I do and go back to watch it. She would record the audio of her shows, and she would literally take and line up the audio tracks to when she would deliver a joke or a line differently. Where am I getting the biggest spike type of thing? You can't do that in Belgium.
You can't do that in Belgium. And I don't want to just dog on Belgium. They were lovely people and great hosts, but yeah, no, you can't do that in Belgium.
But it's I mean, just the feedback, you know what I mean? That what you can tell and drive off of has got to be wild. So
yeah, it's so funny because when you have a show like that, also it's like, I don't even want to see the tape. Like, I don't want to. It's so awkward to watch for yourself. You're like, you got to watch this whole. This never.
We got to sweeten this up before we release any of these clips.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So you are tell me a little bit about what is this? Where are you? The Comedy Clubhouse downstairs.
Yep. November. So the Comedy Clubhouse is the big clubhouse, and it's the big club in Barcelona. I have to remember you're not a comedian, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, no, it's the big one. No, it's Comedy Clubhouse is the main club in Barcelona. So when you come through, it's like it would be like going to the Comedy Store in LA or the Hollywood Improv, all those places. It's a wonderful place. It's right in the heart of Gothic City. And yeah, it's got nice low ceiling. It's got everything you want from a comedy club. Nice low ceilings, get the foot traffic in, and it's a beautiful club. I love it there. The drinks are good, the people are
Beautiful.
fun. Yeah, everyone come through. It's a party.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Yeah, I've kept you quite a bit. Any last thoughts before people come out there?
No, come see the show. It's a beautiful show. It's called If Y'all Weren't Here, I'd Be Crying. It's about my whole military experience and becoming a dad and all the new things that come with that type of situation. But it's look, people have really enjoyed it. The reviews are out. You see in the write up of it. People have given me wonderful write ups, and I really appreciate everyone who comes. But yeah, come check it out while you're in Barcelona, man. Let's do it, and then I'll buy you guys a drink or something. We'll have a good time.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. Get to barcelonafringefest.com. Fringe Festival. Sorry. I've said this so many times, yet I say it wrong half the time. barcelonafringefestival.com. I am going to have, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, down in the bottom in the description, I'm going to have a link to take you right to this page so that you can go and grab tickets. Hurry, because in a smaller room, they are going to go fast. And I think this is going to be not only a lot of fun, but your insight, your background is going to provide a very interesting twist, especially to folks in Spain that might not, I don't know, be from such a warmongering country that we originally are from. So, well, it was great to meet you here virtually. I will see you in, I guess, a month and a half now,
Yes.
right over there in Spain.
Perfect. All right. See you soon, bud.
All right. Thanks so much. Be well.
Later.